Okay, we're going to have two videos, one for the front and one for the back. The exterior videos, we'll have a swimming pool video, lawn sprinkler video. So here we are on the west side of the house. We're going to move around counterclockwise. This is a retaining wall, and usually whoever's property the wall is retaining, they're responsible for that wall. So in theory, this would be your wall. And this retaining wall looks like it's doing a pretty good job. I mean, it's stable. I don't see a lot of movement. It is wet. Okay. I mean, you got like little bits of separation here. Looks like they used to have a fence installed in this wall. When they drilled the fence post, it caused a little stress right in here. You got a little bit of cracking. This is a slab foundation. Okay, I think it's post tension. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I'll get a better idea. We have a parge coat around the foundation perimeter, and that's like a cake frosting. Okay, so the parge coat, is attractive. It covers up things. So, it's made of two different materials. I mean, the concrete and the parge coat. So it's like a cake frosting. So just because the cake is cracked doesn't mean the parge coat is cracked. And just because the parge coat is not cracked doesn't mean your foundation's not cracked. And you shouldn't have a tree closer than 25 feet to a slab foundation. This is an excellent example of crepe myrtles. I mean, you can't kill those guys. You can cut them down, they'll grow. No promises, no guarantees. So we got brick. Brick is a very good building material. This home could burn down, and you can use the brick to build another one. And it's a great insulator for both keeping and losing and shedding, resisting heat, and for sound as well. But one characteristic about brick is that it's porous. And so we should, in theory, we weren't here, but there's a drainage plane behind the brick. And that brings us to weep holes. And we want those. Those are by design. Most of the time, the only thing that comes out of these things is vapor. But, sometimes if you have an event, I hope you don't, I've seen a couple, water will come out of those. So those are our weep holes. Shedding water. Okay, our window ledges are supposed to have about 2 degrees of tilt on them. And this one's kind of close right here. See if we got some time. Not only is this tree too close, but that lawn sprinkler head is too close to the fence. That's not going to go well. Let's see here. Measurements. No. Leave you alone. Measures. Level. That's about 2 degrees. That's in the wrong direction. Sometimes I just don't think this window has enough pitch. And that's why, it's on the north. It's the north end of, kind of in the shade. North-like. But it is a west wall. We don't have enough pitch. So there's that. We've got a torn screen here. Worn screen. And will I be able to see these inside? Yeah. I'll catch those notes later. Another worn screen. These screens are probably original. These windows are probably original. Okay, so it would be prudent to budget. It would be prudent to budget for a replacement. Remember I was talking about the weep holes? Well, okay, this is the drainage plane. So that's where the weep holes are. It goes. We have a drainage plane behind the wall. When we put windows in here, when there's arced like that, that holds the brickwork. But when they're straight like this, there's nothing holding the brickwork except for your lintels, these metal lintels that go across here. And And those lintels have disrupted the drainage plane. And so we should have weep holes over our windows. And I noticed when I drove up that I'm not seeing that. And then this is the Jack and Jill bathroom right here. And just to the north side of the Jack and Jill bathroom, I see gaps around the soldier brick. That's the top course right there. Right there. How are we doing? Coming on around. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood on the ground next to your house. That's called a clue. That's called a clue. And speaking of a clue, I can see that this was a post-tension slab foundation. We got wood mulch next to the house all across the front here. The bushes are cut back a little bit. I can say that. Coming on around. Get a little farther up. There's a little crack in our semicircular transom light above the front door. And then see the stains on the stonework right there? See the water stains on that? You know, ready for another story? Oh dear. Maybe. Your rain gutter butt ends are not supposed to be closer to the wall than an inch. And then you're supposed to have kick-out flashing. So it takes the water and it runs it down this drain here. Without the kick-out flashing, the water comes straight down to that corner and splashes out, and that's why you get the water stains like that. And mortar, like brick, is porous. So that means water is going to go into your wall structure in that area. And then hopefully it goes down the drainage plane and comes out. Or not. Or not. We got 2 cracks in the arch on our semicircular transom. Going along. We should have, they're called in-use covers, like for Christmas lights. And they're little bubble covers, like helmets. And when this home was built, this was okay. This was acceptable. And under enclosed areas, and so this is debatable. Is this an enclosed area or not? Under an enclosed area, this might be acceptable in some places. But we do not have GFCI. We don't have GFCI on our front porch. How about that? So we just get out our notes. Cracks around soldier brick over upstairs Jack and Jill bathroom window. 2 cracks through the brick and mortar and the transom light above the front door. The doorbell works, but the doorbell light does not work. Missing our in-use covers. Front porch is not GFCI protected. Go right on around. No. Not enough pitch on our brick ledge on the west wall dining room north window. Moving all along, all this shrubbery. I mean, I was cutting on a break here because I'm a break cutter. I've got that kind of authority. But really not. The bushes are touching the house. Bushes are touching the house. The bushes are touching the house. Wood mulch next to the house, bushes touching the house. There's a good example coming down. Okay. The rain gutter is too close to the wall. We do not have kick-out flashing. I can tell up here we've got ridge vents. So we got soffit vents and ridge vents. It's going to help when we get the camera pull out. Let's see what all we have. Keep the steady going. Moving on along. And all through here is the primary bedroom window. These are open pockets, okay? Those are exposed tension cable ends. They're supposed to have been sealed, so I couldn't tell this is a post tension cable. Those cables are steel. When they rust, they expand and get weaker. When they expand, they cause cracks in your floor and such. And when they get weaker, then they break. And it's my understanding that replacing them can be rather expensive. That's what I hear. We've got 3 condensing units on this side of the home. We have a whole different video for them. The rain comes down, and obviously they were having some problems. They got a rain diverter over a rain gutter. It's still too close. They still don't have kick-out flashing. That's still an unconventional application. Now, what's happened here is our fascia board has gone down and met the roof covering. Fascia board has come down and met the roof covering, and because it's meeting it, that allows water to wick up into the wood and cause it to rot. Along. Kind of muddy over here. This is where our gas piping enters the home. Okay, this should be painted to help it from keep it from rusting and corroding. This is our electric meter box. Okay, we got our grounding rod. Okay, cool. Box has been sealed. Cool. Be nice if it had a slip joint on it, but wasn't required. I don't do electronics, network systems. No good deed goes unpunished, does it? No good deed goes unpunished. Stay. Please stay. Moving on along. The rain gutters, I noticed this at the front as well. The rain gutters do not divert water far enough away. Our lawn sprinkler heads are closer to the house than 5 inches. Closer to the house and closer to the flatwork, closer to the fence than 5 inches. Coming on along, soffit vents again. What a roof. And retaining wall. Is this your retaining wall or the neighbor's retaining wall? You know, since it's a fence to their backyard, I don't know. I don't know. Now, in theory, the retaining wall down there shouldn't have any immediate effect on your foundation because it's farther than twice its height from the structure. In theory, this one shouldn't have a lot of effect on your foundation over here because it is, you know, supporting the high ground, not the low ground. It's not supporting your foundation, it's supporting that, it's retaining that. But the other retaining wall can affect your foundation. Okay, so, moving on along. Got a retaining wall out here. This is beyond the scope of this inspection, but not really. We got a swimming pool right over there. We got some cracks in our retaining wall on the northeast corner of the backyard. And these are our weeps. You remember I was talking about weeps? Well, retaining walls need bigger weeps. Bigger weeps. And again, today, it looks like it's performing the function for which it's intended. Now, this should be the swimming pool video, but somebody can climb up this using the rails, the exposed rails. This fence was installed backwards, inside out. And so I can use those to gain access into the swimming pool area. And here we've got a wooden fireplace chase. Okay, maybe I can see that a little better with the, or not. Maybe I can see that a little better with the camera pole. This roof is too high and too steep for me on the best days. If it's wet, it's definitely too high and too steep for me. Okay, the gate should swing out. Should have a self-closing spring. How did it do that? The bottom hinge is kind of loose. Is there a spring in here? Oh, it's a spring hinge. No? Okay. It's good that it opens out. But gate is not self-closing. Fence is installed inside out. This is one of those in-use covers I was talking about. This looks like it might be GFCI protected. It has GFCI written all over it. It's got a button and everything. It won't reset. GFCI receptacle on patio was found to have been tripped and would not reset. Are you on or off? I always get suspicious when I see the water hose just laying in the pool like that. Inquiring minds and all. I'm coming on along. Okay, we're missing some more screens. I'll catch that on the inside. This door, okay, it goes down to the brickwork. The brickwork's a level, so it sucked up water and rotted the door. And so they just cut that piece of the door out and put a new piece in. And put it right back like it was, so it gets to rot again some more. You see how the water's coming right in there? And when you close this door, you can see daylight right through there. So there should be a little gasket. They call them squares. So squares should have been installed there. This wooden threshold plates had it. It's seen better days. Coming on along. Some of our observations are limited because of furniture. Again, we do not have weep holes. Now this rain gutter has got an inch of daylight. That's the way they're supposed to look. Like that. So they got some of it right. Just going along. Again, no weep holes. The dog door in the patio door. This is for the swimming pool light. I don't have a switch in here. This is GFCI. Are you going to work for us? This is for a swimming pool inspection, I guess. It's not on either. Will you reset? This GFCI won't reset either. Neither of the patio GFCIs would, both of them were found to have been tripped, and neither one would reset. We got a luminary that's just hanging here. Look at that guy. He's just swinging. Okay, I wonder what crime he committed. See the way this fence is colored? It's because the lawn sprinkler heads are beating your fence. And this is a special event pin, or it's where you would keep your pool. Okay, there's your pool barrier. Not in very good shape. Okay, a pool sweep. That's the vent for your kitchen vent fan. It goes under the ground and comes out of here. Again, fences are beyond the scope, but we're missing our fence cap. There's a tetanus shot waiting for you.